Welcome back to the Sipping Sooner. Thank you for joining me again today. Well, football is almost here, man. Let's get it. Big Weenie Day. That was good. So yeah, thought I'd get on here. They just dropped the depth chart, so I think we're gonna go over that a little bit. Congratulations, David Stone's in the house, man. Now, along with Eli Bowen and Andy Bass. Yeah, man. Whew, now if we can just get these other ones to come along, we in there. But you know what? Let's get it. All right, we're gonna go over the depth chart. You got, of course, at quarterback Dillon Gabriel. We knew that already, so don't play stupid. Jackson Arnold backing him up, and then Davis Bevel. Do we need to discuss David Bevel? I don't think we do. I really don't. All right, and that running back, Marcus Major, that's our first surprise, or at least my first surprise. I thought it would be Javonte or Gavin Sawchuk. But hey, old man's in the house. I mean, we've been hearing Jeff Levy he likes him some Marcus Major, man. So Marcus Major been putting it down. Tyree Walker backing him up. Javonte and Gavin, both of them, had some little nicks and bruises, throughout the camp. So they probably just gonna put them on ice pretty much for this first game. They might get a couple of carries, but I wouldn't expect anything significant. All right, at tight end, you got Austin Stogner, of course. We already knew, Austin, he had that sold up the second he decided to transfer back. Blake Smith backing him up. Josh Faneuil, I still don't know how to say my man's name. But I'll wait for Toby Rowland to go ahead and spit that out one time for me. And then Cade McIntyre, the freshman phenom. I call him a phenom because they'll tell you in a minute, man, this dude he's a freak, man. He's going to be something special. We'll see how long it takes for him to come along. All right. On one side of the wide receivers, Andrew Anthony in the house. LV Bunkley Shelton. I'm kind of surprised, I know it's an aura over there, but I think Jaden gets in. I don't know, man. I would think Jaden would get in before him, but at the same time, he's been doing all the little things right. So they probably want to reward him for, all that he's done, helping out with the camps, being a good role model and a good teammate. So that should count for some. All right, then we're going to go to the tackle spot. Left tackle, Walter Rouse, we figured that much. Caden Green, the freshman, backing him up. Jacob Sexton, still healing from his injury. They said he's almost a full go, though, so hey, we'll see. Moving in the guard, you got Savion Byrd. My man done sees his opportunity. Hopefully he takes it and runs with it and don't look back. I already talked about him. He's got that nasty to him, and you need that. So let's see what you got. Backed up by Nate Anderson. Then we move to center. You got Andrew Rain. Like I said, I think this is probably going to be his best year. And if it is, that's really going to go a long way. You combine him with Rouse on the outside and then Guyton on the other outside. Man. And then Savion just mauling people over there on the left guard. Matoir is the only wild card. And from what we hear, everybody say he's going to be a different player. So, damn. I mean, if that's the case, man, get your frequent flyer miles out, man, because we're going to be running all over the country. So, then you got Troy Everett backing up Andrew Rain. I think Troy Everett, man, I mean, like I said, I seen him put in work, man, in that A&M game, man. He was taking out one dude and then bouncing over and taking out another dude, man. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing out there. Troy, I like Troy. Then at the other guard, you got McKade Matoir. We touched on that. You know, like I said, if he takes that leap like, you know, they suggesting, then, you know, go ahead, do your thing. Caleb Schaefer backing him up, man. I'm kind of shocked that Caleb Schaefer didn't take that from him. You know, but we'll see. Caleb Schaefer, that's a big dude, man. Hell yeah. Right tackle, Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton, we already know that first round potential is there. Jake Taylor, another youngster, man. Dude's going to be cornerstone over there as soon as Guyton get his ass out the way. And Aaron Parks. Like I said, I give Aaron Parks props for just coming back to the team after going into the portal. Stick it out, man. I mean, as you can see, it's some slots finna come open, man. Now, that don't mean he gonna win shit, but it gonna be available. So then you go over to slot receiver. You got Drake Stoops. We already know. Trusted and tried and true. Then you got Gavin Freeman. Gavin Freeman, man, he gonna get, I mean, I would say out of the second group of receivers, probably get more snaps than anybody else because, you know, they said the man is just taking it to a whole nother level. So we'll see what that do. Backed up by the freshman, Jaquez Petaway. Man, we going to get to see quite a bit of him. And at some point in time, I see him kind of, I don't know, man. I mean, dude, I don't know. It's going to be tough, man, because you got Stoops, you know, and Freeman in front of him. So, man, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't see how they can keep him off the field, though, man. I really don't. Because, you know, the dude is going to be that special. So I just don't see how you keep him off the field. All right. Then on the outside, on the other side, Jalil Farooq, we already knew he was going to be in that spot, you know. And then backing up is Nick Anderson. Like I said before, I think Nick Anderson is another player that's going to command more snaps. And then DJ Graham. I thought DJ was playing slot, but I guess they moved him back out. They moved him to the outside, which is where I would have had him in the first place. I don't know if he's quite as fluid on those cuts like Stoops and Freeman. So we'll see what DJ do out there. Hopefully he gets on the field, man. We know the man got good hands. He can catch the ball. He's athletic. We'll see if he can get over his little nagging injuries and actually be productive. But, you know, that covers the offense. I mean, not a lot of surprises. I would say Marcus Major is probably the biggest surprise that I see. I mean, everything else is pretty much how we pictured it. So now let's move over to the defense, man. Let's see who's doing what over there. All right, over here on defensive end on one side, you got Bothroyd. We figured that was going to be the case. You know, he looked like, you know, early on, he already served notice that he was pretty much going to be a starter on one side. Then you got R. Mason Thomas. You know, he's got the upside. Nice little get off on the ball. He can bend. I think he's going to have a nice year this year. Then you got PJ backing him up, and we already know what a freak he is. And I wouldn't be shocked to see him, because at some point this year, you know, we know he has a potential to be the best thing coming off the edge, period. And at some point in the year, when it starts slowing down for him and it starts clicking, man, he about to tear some shit up. All right, at the DT position, you got Jonah Laulu. Man, mad props to this guy, man. Added the weight, said he kept his speed. So he should be awful quick on the inside for some of those guards to handle, you know. They're gonna have to choose but I mean that's the case with the first and the second team. The offensive line or the opposing team's gonna have to choose who they gonna give the help to. Because man, if you got Laulu, I mean the dude is 6'5", man, with I mean much taller than anybody else on the inside. And so they're gonna have their hands full with him. And then you got Jordan Kelly, Mr. Steady. You know he's gonna come in and give you solid minutes. Jacob Lacey, it's good to see his name on there. We didn't know if he was even gonna be able to play this year. Grayson Halton, man, this time next year it's gonna be his show. So, you know, we'll see what he can do. Hopefully he can get him a couple of sacks in there this year, and so we can see him break out into some of those dances him and JP be having competitions about. I'm gonna get in that competition too. Then you got Devon Sears. Devon Sears, man, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's gonna get a lot of run. You know, hopefully he get a COVID year in there where he can come back and try to get some game next year. You got Isaiah Coe at the nose tackle. This is it, man. Time to show us, baby. Time to show us. You know, we had you know, several guys on the inside, man, that we just kept waiting on. You know, Redmond would show some flashes. You'd be like, oh shit, here we go. And then shit disappear for the rest of the game. So hopefully Cole can come on in. Dejon Terry, I know a lot of people excited about him. Probably the most natural nose tackle that we have in there. We looking for him to stuff that run, man, and keep those linebackers clean. Then Kevin Gilliam, another youngster. I think Kevin Gilliam, you know, his ceiling is so high, but we'll see how he progressed this year. Then Ashton Sanders, a freshman. Yeah. I think him and Kevin Gilliam and Halton and Sears, if he can come back, man, that's what you're gonna be looking at next year. You know, with a little mix of David Stone in there. If we can go ahead and take him to the finish line. So then at the other defensive end, you got Ethan Downs. I was kind of worried that he might lose his spot, but I'm glad that he held it, you know, because I think Ethan is going to be an even better version than we seen last year. Trace Ford, man, if you only gave me one play to rush the opposing quarterback for the sack, I'd have Trace Ford on one side and Bothroyd on the other side. If you told me we only had one play to sack him. So, yeah, Trace Ford is going to get in there and get some run. Reggie Grimes, man, dude is loyal, man. He's loyal, no doubt. A lot of people look up to Reggie Grimes, man. He's a good player. You know, him and Ethan, man, they really carried, and they went out there and, man, I know they was tired as hell last year, but they gave us all they had last year, man, and it wasn't a whole lot, but you know they gave it to us. Marcus Stripling, we still waiting, man. We know you're a freak, still waiting though. You know, you show us some flashes here and there, but we need that consistency. And Taylor Wine, I think that young man's he's got a nice future too. Maybe a little Dan Cody up in the house, you know what I'm saying? You know, what was the other guy's name? English. Remember English? Yeah, I remember English. All right. Mike linebacker. Jared Canning. I mean, basically, if he can direct traffic, we know the dude athletically, we ain't worried about it. But as long as he can get the mental part down, get everybody where they need to be, get them lined up, get the call out, Jared Canning, man, he could be the face of the defense, man, the next 2 years at least. All right, then you got Connor, the transfer. He seems like he's just gonna. The man's played a lot of ball. He's gonna be consistent for you. Then you got Kobe McKenzie, another piece of the future there. It's gonna be interesting to see how they shuffle these guys around come next year. I would see Kobe moving. No, actually, I see Kobe staying. I see Jared moving out to Will. But like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Unless Danny might decide to bring his ass back. I mean, you never know, man. Sometimes it's better to keep your ass in college another year than to rush up to the NFL and flame out. Who knows? But then you got Phil Pachotti, however you want to say it, backing up Kobe. So I think Phil's gonna be another one, man. That's gonna be a good player, man. We got some young linebackers already here, ready to roll. Then in the wheel you got Danny Stutzman. We already know, leader of the defense, and he should have equal or even better than the year that he had last year. Then you got Kip Lewis. Let me see this. Yep, that should still say 206, Kip. I'm going to need... Let me see this. Yeah, that should still say 206, man, Kip. I'm going to need you I need you to put on like 20 more pounds at least, bro. You got to get up, man. You got to get up there, man. 15. Give me 15. All right. But outside of his weight, though, we know Kip Lewis is a baller, man. His teammates love him. They'll tell you in a heartbeat, man. That dude, he's going to do his job. Now, he need to get a little bit of weight in that ass, but he's going to do his job. Lewis Carter. Heard some people calling this man the Crimson Missile, man. I mean, we know Lewis like to knock somebody's ass out, so we'll see what he can bring to the table in the game that he get. Shane Whittier, redshirt junior. Damn, it seemed like he been here 4 years already. Well, we know the man's fast. Bad luck with injuries, but man, we still pulling for you, Shane, man. Then Owen Heineke. Don't know a lot about Owen. I see him out there, but I don't know a lot about him. Let's go over to Cheetah. So, Justin Harrington. We already know. We done discussed this predator right here, man. I mean, this dude, if indeed that light has clicked and came on, dude got the potential to be second team All-American, man. I mean, we already know physically, shit. We know he the shit. We just need him to cut down the mental mistakes and come on in, man. Just come on in. LaSalle McCullough, we already know when they switch out, because I think it's going to be depending on down the distance. I think on your first, second downs, I think you see more McCullough. I think when it comes to passing downs, I think you see more Harrington. But we'll just have to see how they play that. You never know with Brent, man. Samuel Omosigho, the freshman. Yeah, big things for him in the future. Yeah, no doubt. Shane Whittier, they got him sliding over doing double duty if need be. And that's going to be a good spot for him too, the Cheetah. Because once again, we had Deshaun White playing there last year. And like I said, I love Deshaun White, but that wasn't it, man. That was not the move. No, sir. Big difference in speed and athleticism between Whittier and even big difference between Whittier and Deshaun White in that cheetah spot. All right, cornerback. Opposite of Woody Washington, we got Gentry Williams. You know, I think Gentry, we knew it was going to either be Gentry or Josiah Wagner, according to, what we was hearing, coming out of camp and whatnot. I mean, seems like, especially Wagner, we heard a whole lot about him. So you got Gentry on that side, backed up by Kendall Dobie, who, in my opinion, would have been another player that would be mentioned right behind both of those guys. So that falls about right. Makari Vickers, old seatbelt, put that shit on and go through the windshield, Vickers. Then you got Jacoby Johnson, another freak, man. Homegrown kid, man. Can't wait for his time to show up. Then you got that strong safety. You got Billy Bowman. No shock. We think Billy could be all conference, if not all American. Peyton Bourne, the youngster, he's gonna let it be known this year that come next year, it's a wrap. It's over. And then backed up by Dave McCullough, another talented player in his own right. But I think he'll end up probably red shirting if I had to take a guess, man. He probably gonna end up red shirting. I mean, I really don't see no need to burn his red shirt. I mean, you got a lot of depth there, man. A lot of depth. So then you go over to free safety. You got Reggie Pearson. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Sweep the leg, says Sensei. That's what you're going to get, man. Reggie Pearson, he about to take somebody's ass out. Backed up by Key Lawrence. He's going to be a solid player for you. He's another player that if he can show his improvement mentally, it'll go a long way because Key is very athletic his damn self, man. Then you got RSJ. And we already know about RSJ. If that shoulder hold up, man, he's going to be special as well. Now you go over to Woody's side of the cornerback room. So you got Woody. Like I said, you got Josiah Wagner. Man, it's impressive to see a freshman come in, and especially at his size, and command the attention that he's already commanded. Then you got Kanai Walker, big dude. We thought he was going to be the starter last year that was going to change, everything around because, we was on that we need bigger cornerback thing, But, Kanai Walker's there. And then Jaden Rowe, man, we've been waiting. It seems like we've been waiting a long time, but it's only been a year or so. Jaden Rowe, man, another freak. It's a big corner, super fast, man, super fast. All right, let's go over here and get a look at some of the specialists. All right, at kicker, I guess they're gonna let Zach Smith go out there and start it out and lead off and see what he can do, man. He was okay. I'm gonna need him to do a whole lot better though this year, man. We done got kind of spoiled on that kicker shit, so he can't be out there missing anything. I would say anything under 50, man. You need to make this shit automatic. Gavin Marshall, don't know a lot about him or the other guy. Punter, Plaster, okay. You stepping in the Turk's role, man. So you got big shoes. I mean, Turk was the shit. Like I say, he could work on some of his touch. Start downing that shit inside the 10. But we'll see what Plaster do. We got a few reports saying that, they were struggling. So we might not be punting, you know, in some situations out there. Elzinga backing him up with Logan backing him up. All right, kickoff. Zach Smith, look, man, kick that shit out of the end zone. Okay? Don't play. Don't play around. Just kick it out. And that goes for anybody else that tried to do the kickoff. All right, kick return. Billy Bowman. This is a area where I got a few issues. Me personally, I don't want to see Billy Bowman doing kick returns. I mean, there's plenty of athletes on this team, specifically guys that was excellent returners during their high school career. To try Billy out there with the possibility of him getting hurt, man, I don't think that's worth the trade-off. Jalil Farouk, I mean, that's another one. I mean, me personally, I don't think I really see Jalil taking it to the house, man. You know, to me, the best kick returners are all very, very agile. I wouldn't call Farouk an agile wide receiver. He's more of a punishing physical wide receiver. You know, you need that guy that can cut, man, cut on the dime and go ahead and take it to the house. Read them lanes and watch that shit open up like the Red Sea, baby. Peyton Bourne. Now, there's a dude that'll take it to the house and hit his head on the damn goalpost. Punt return, Gavin Freeman, okay. LV Bunkley Shelton. LV might be shifting up. I don't know if LV got enough speed, though. You know, because I don't want to see nobody breaking out and then getting tracked down from behind. That ain't what we trying to do here, man. If you get a crease and you get out in the open, you need to cash that shit in. No. Ain't going to be none of that running nobody down shit. And then Drake Stoops. I mean, if you need somebody, you know, with good hands that's going to make sure they field the damn ball, because that's the first step in it. You got to field the ball first before you can worry about taking anything anywhere. Long snapper, Ben Anderson, Ethan Lane, and Jason Llewellyn. Okay. And then the holders. Now, the holders, you got to really keep an eye on, because if there is a trick play to be run or ran, those are the guys that you really need to be focused on, because they 9 times out of 10, they're going to be the ones that's going to get the rock first, and then we'll see if it's a pass or a little toss pitch like they did against Iowa State's ass last year. But anyway, that's the depth chart. And, man, it can't get here quick enough, man. Can't get here quick enough. Just a few days, y'all.